right off the bat, they stuff those plastic hooks, or whatever you call them, into your mouth and have you pull this way and that, so that they stretch your face into these hideous ellipses that they jam their cameras into to photograph. And when it's all done, and you think you can be humiliated no more, they say, all done, and sort of condescendingly pat you on the back. Way to go, champ. Then they give you the facts. Facts you don't want to hear about spacing and not chewing gum. Facts about how things might have gone differently had you started a little sooner. Facts about the situation and counterfacts about how the situation might not be any situation at all, but you know, they're just saying. So that by the end of it, you're practically back where you started, except significantly more concerned and enamored with the idea of a gum massage. Are there people that massage gums? I wonder. You could certainly go for that right now. And then, because braces alone aren't enough, they start talking about maxillary retinopathism, which they explain is a minor overbite when they see your apparent confusion. And then, this leads to a detailed explanation of a problem you were only marginally aware of, and the options for dealing with it. The options, by definition, are varied, but in practice are not, because you're quite possibly the last suburban American in the world, it would seem, by their apparent tone. So they lay this all out for you, so that you have a context. But you can clearly see that the worst option is all about that's left. This is, by the way, your fault for not getting your braces sooner, Mr. Cutthroat. They feel sort of bad telling you that. So they say, you know, we're perfectly willing to try these last drastic measures because we still get paid, and you will unadmittedly be more psychologically at ease given that we saw you checking your reflection in that mirror way over there. Yes, Mr. Cutthroat, we can see you're one of those inexplicably unsure types who just will not leave well enough alone, especially once he knows that everyone else can see his maxillary retinopathism. We can see it, Mr. Cutthroat, plain as day. Or something like that. And so you say, okay, well, what about this mandibular advancement thing? That doesn't sound too bad. Kind of progressive, actually, like a social program or something. And they say, no, Mr. Cutthroat, it's not. It's actually quite medieval. You see, it's a form of orthognathic surgery whereby craniofacial anomalies are corrected by sawing the mandible here, and a metal plate is placed above the teeth so it's aligned with the mouth. And you say, oh, I see. So, the whole stuffing your face with plastic hooks thing, that was just a physical metaphor for the emotional pain inherent with having to conform with social norms. Wait. Jaw extension surgery? And then, in order to create emotional distance, like say, by when referring to yourself, speaking in the second person, you say something you think is funny, but that they don't laugh at because your delivery is off because you're nervous, and you look to your mom and she stalls, but she asks if there are any other procedures available, and they reply, but by that time you're not listening anymore. You're thinking about all the Facebook pictures you won't tag because of how it might catch your profile, and whether or not you'd like another half-inch of jaw, whether if it just turned you to Jay Leno, and whether you might like it or not, because although you're no hunk, you're not exactly lacking in the female attention department as far as you're concerned, and you asked your girlfriend for like the 10th time of what she thought and how you said you wouldn't have done anything different had you been her. And then as you prepare for the 11th question, that brings up even more questions about peer self-perception versus self-perception through the other, and all of a sudden everyone's looking at you and you wonder what they said, and if they've said anything at all, by the end of it, all you can think about is how you might bite into an apple. And that's when you stop wondering. So you take it all in, and consider everything that's been said. And you say that you're not ready to commit to the procedure right now, although you have. And you shake their hands and they bob their heads appreciatively like apples. And you sign out and you take your free toothbrush and your brochures and you give your mom your car keys and you put on some Zep and weigh out loud some options. And then you take one of the brochures and pretend to read it real close, because you realize there's another really annoying thing about your face, and that's that it gets red and blotchy much too easily. Thank you.